ain't no fun without a little bit of
Handsome.
We're rolling and everything's business as usual. Nothing different. Nothing mixed up. Nothing hitting, ripping, flipping, and reversing. Who am I kidding, John? Things are a bit different now, aren't they?
Things are getting a little different around here.
What would you say is one major difference? If you could name one thing.
I never knew what you looked like from this angle.
We're so far away. It's actually funny to do a podcast this far away, but we got to separate after things changed up as much as they did.
Yeah.
Guys, we changed the name of the podcast. We're
going to change the name, right? Will this one still come out?
This will be named as the first.
Oh, this
episode.
is the
You
first.
say we're actively in the process, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, we're in the process of little rebranding around
It's
here.
a bit of a rebrand. It's a bit of an R. It's a BRB. It's a bit of a rebrand.
And it's not like, our CEO touched somebody, so we got to change the name and the look of the company, or like said something terrible when they were hammered on Twitter.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We're all the CEO. You're the C, I'm the E, Jay's the O.
That's exactly right. Which
Do we announce the new name?
Yeah.
All right, do we do it in unison? No, that's gay.
That's pretty gay.
And you know what? That's gay. That doesn't rule.
That doesn't roll at all.
But you know what would be a great... Damn it. I went back into podcast voice. Why did I do that?
We're gonna fucking call the podcast That Rules. We think the name is fucking sick. We were sick of getting shit for being some idiots. This is us putting our tail between our pussy because people would give us guff for the name of the pod. And also we're gonna start having bigger guests on. We'll be getting more guests. We have a producer now. We have an actual somewhat of a reach now and listenership. So we figured we'd get in front of this whole calling ourselves handsome as a name, and just the name That Rules kind of rules.
Yeah, and to truly commit, we are going to actively work toward no longer being handsome, and we're going to get really smart. So we're sorry to the listeners that enjoyed us just being goofballs and being silly. This is an education podcast going forward.
Those days are in the past.
Yeah. Today we're going to discuss World War I.
World War I. The
Archduke
Franz Ferdinand, a hierarchy of Serbia, or somebody, I should say, sorry, John, somebody from Serbia assassinated him.
Yeah. They say Franz Ferdinand is one of the... Man, it really sucks that that band named themselves Franz Ferdinand and totally just diminished everything about that dude.
Song "Take Me Out" that they have is about taking out Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're lying to me because you already hit me with that terrible lie joke earlier.
No, I swear to God. That wasn't a lie joke. And I'll say it on the podcast. I'll say it to the day. You know what this new podcast is? It's me and my cool jokes that I hear on TikTok.
True.
Welcome to Matt's old podcast about cool damn jokes he's heard on TikTok. And if it's about IKEA and assembling a cabinet and making that comparison between a president doing it and you buying something from IKEA, that's A-okay. And very honestly, that rules.
That rules.
So that's
what also rules.
Now.
We didn't discuss this last week. I stumbled upon a great relic.
Don't fuck it. No, we can't do this. This is actually awful. That's brutal.
I stumbled upon the relic of... Do you really know what to talk about?
No, I actually do. If you want to pull it might be funny to actually
if you
look
pull
it
this up.
Jay, you'll get a kick out of this one too.
So
dude.
I stumbled upon an absolute relic from the past of Matthew Peoples. I was going to tag him on the Handsome Idiots Instagram in like a post, and I just typed in Matt. I guess normally I type in like MA and it pops up, and I wasn't thinking. I typed out the full name. So Matt Peoples Comedy came up, and then right below that was, what is it?
If you could go on Instagram for me, Instagram.com. And I this is one of those things you try to hide, but I'm just going to embrace it and just laugh about it now because this was in my younger years. I was a different man. If you could just look up casual PEOBS. Oh boy, that's that. Yep. So this was when I was I think I was 20. I was like a sophomore, junior. You're going to jerk off, aren't
no.
you? You're going to jizz, and that's why you're getting them?
I'm going to cry.
This is,
So, for the listener that's not viewing this is Matt's casual attire Instagram that he had when he was, I'm assuming, planning on becoming a fashion influencer?
I thought maybe my calling. Now, this is before comedy. Now, this is why.
You kept your face out of all the pictures, but then still put your name, which is a very distinct name.
Because, John, it's not about me. It's about the outfits.
No.
Dude, It was, you know what it is? It's when you date an enabler. At the time, I was dating a girl who told me everything I did was good. You need a girlfriend or a wife.
Let's go. There's only 5 posts, so let's go post by post and discuss.
By all means.
We'll go with the most recent. It's a loafer on your foot, I believe.
Sure.
Pants that should touch your shoes, but that don't. Now, one would say he's probably got on some cool socks to make up for that gap between his end of his pants and the beginning of his shoe.
Yeah, I bet you would say that.
No socks. Now, are you barefoot in those loafers? Or are you wearing,
Yes.
are you wearing a no-show?
I was for sure barefoot. I've never owned no-show socks.
Now, did you put this on just to take the picture, or were you going, oh, they're cuffed? I didn't even realize that.
Well,
you
that's-
rolled those to that point.
That's in my parents'
That was the
house.
other question I had.
Yeah.
What about that basement entrance? When you saw it, you were just like, this is pretty much GQ.
Depth, you fucking idiot, dude. You got to take pictures for where you could present depth to the viewer.
All the places you'd want to present this outfit, like walking into a basement.
Yeah.
Walking out of
I
a
was
basement.
living at home.
Were you living in that basement?
No, I'm gay.
How long did it take you to actually pick out those bracelets, those specific ones? Because you
Damn,
knew
I
they
knew-
were going to be in frame.
Oh, I didn't even think about the bracelets.
The bracelets. Dude, you know what the bracelets are there for? For slapping everybody's wife's ass.
I just realized your nose is in the top of the picture too.
I got a fat schnoz in that one, yeah.
Because you were looking down at your belt. I don't know what you're checking out.
Well, that's the thing. Everything in it is poor. Like, that's an Old Navy outfit.
yeah,
Everything
no, it's not good.
It's not. Well, it's not bad.
I mean, you're wearing it well. I'll give you that. If you were going to a brunch, that's a brunch outfit,
if
right?
You saw, I could never wear that to brunch. If you saw me, I look like a total fucking pussy.
I would be caught
I
dead
love
getting
that
an
you
eggs
also
penny.
tagged Old Navy.
Oh yeah,
not
you
even
broke
like it's
down.
like-
You broke down where all of the items
You
are
have
from.
to do it, dude.
Dude, it's not even like these are small clothing brands.
It would be
And
great
you
if
tagged Banana Republic like they were going to repost it.
I thought they'd see somebody rocking their shit like a goddamn AC/DC concert, and they might be like, "We're looking for a fucking pale retard to possibly model our clothes," and their parents' rain cellar thing.
Why one? Let's go back to the name originally. Now, casual, I get that. Now, why Peops and not Peeps?
That's how my name's spelled.
Peops. Yeah, but like,
Imagine if you spelled it like P-E-E-P, casual peeps.
Yeah, you have to put.
That would be taken down in 30 minutes.
guys.
Max, on
You
Instagram.
have to put your own when you make fashion endeavors, and you will. You got to put your own little personal twist on it, dude.
I would have even said to just have Casual Peoples would have been a great name.
The worst part is I don't have. This is kind of funny. I don't want to get too far into it.
Oh, we're getting far
From
into it.
what I remember, my girlfriend at that time, she kind of like helped me manage it. When we broke up, she changed the password. So
you can't even delete it.
Which is a pretty good get back when you really think about it.
Oh my God. So to the listener, don't have a shared account if
Yeah,
you don't
don't.
think that the relationship's going to last.
I think we need to have this intervention live on the podcast about
Yeah.
changing
Yeah.
this, about deleting
Yeah.
this account.
You know what? Call her up. Let's get her.
we need to call
Let's
her
not.
up.
Yeah. All right. So wait, to go back to your outfit, you did tag Banana Republic as a shirt. I would
Sure.
love to see you put parentheses outlet because I'm pretty sure you probably got a Banana Republic outlet, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly.
Now, and then again, you put the khakis. It would have been great if the shoes were just like, Kevs, thanks, Dad, for letting me wear your shoes for this picture.
No, I believe the feet mitts were.
It said Stacey Adams. I saw it.
Stacey Adams.
Is that a
yeah.
good shoe?
Oh, Stacey Adams and Linen Out.
Is that a DSW shoe?
I don't know. Why do you know? Why are you exactly right?
Because I have to dress like this for work. So I have a many DSW shoe in my closet from over the years. I got to be casual, business cash.
Damn, you know what
if you
I'm
will.
kind of dressed like?
A douchebag?
You know the way like lesbians try to dress like dudes, but they're
Yes.
always a little bit off?
You're an Easter lesbian.
I'm an Easter lesbian.
Well, that's definitely
Actually, you know what?
That's
Fuck
the
it.
title.
The new podcast is not called That Rules. Our podcast is now called Easter Lesbian.
that's at least the name of this episode.
Yes.
And on the third day, they moved in together. Old lesbos moving in so quick together. Dude, I am dressed
lesbians
like
can
an
never
Easter
celebrate
lesbian.
Easter because that's the perfect day to have a softball tournament. It's always kind of
Oh,
warm.
Sunday morning?
Yeah, Sunday
true.
morning.
Yeah. And
Oh,
they
that
are, if
sucks.
you really think about it, what's a lesbian doing other than hunting eggs?
True.
You know?
Storing them. All right. So then that was this picture. Good look. Now, the next picture is just a close-up of embroidered Hey Arnold.
But the quality is startlingly good.
Startlingly good. Actually, yeah, for 2017, that's a good picture.
That's not a bad pick.
And I noticed the running theme of this is you don't wear the sunglasses, you just dangle them from the
Because
collar.
you have to show. Sometimes you
It's cash.
accessorize, bro.
It's
Sometimes
cash.
you just gotta accessorize.
So this is a terrible shirt, arguably, right?
The captions are pretty funny now that I'm reading them back.
What is the caption? You wanna read that
Please, for the love of God, don't jump with the T-shirt when it has a full head of steam driving to the rim, because it's either an and one or a poster. That's fucking, dude. I've been funny.
So you for sure wrote these captions
No, this is all
knowing
me.
you were going to get attacked by your friends.
To me, I was like, the angle I'm taking is like, I'm gonna be silly about it. Because
Also-
dudes would get in there like in this thing. Like I remember I was like big into like fucking corny ass fashion Instagram, and the guys would be like, when you put a button down on your body, you're representing your family. Like just like real over the top shit.
The same people that now dress as Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, true. Yeah, basically the same thing.
Now in this, you put shirt, Old Navy. Did you have an Old Navy credit card? Is that why this was?
That's the only thing I could
This was your
afford.
first credit card out of
No, it's the only thing I could
college.
afford.
And then you wrote bod Matt Peoples 23.
That's fun. That's just guys having fun.
All right. Oh wait, you have comments too.
These are just my friends.
Actually, yeah, Djax is a follower of Handsome Idiots. I've seen him comment and stuff on things. So
Shout out to Vaughn.
Shout out to Vaughn.
My boy Devon, dude.
Makes up most of our black listeners, probably.
That's maybe 74%.
Yeah. What did he say? Please make a Gerald shirt. Actually, that would be pretty funny if you and him walked into a bar, you had an Arnold shirt, and he was rocking a Gerald shirt, and
Yeah,
you didn't address it.
I think
would
that was
be
a
pretty
little bit
cool.
of the plan, and then unfortunately my fashion endeavors fell short.
All right. Well, what was the next picture? We're going through all five.
That one's fun because that's beer, and
Well,
I like that stuff.
One,
to this
it's
day.
the lightest beer possible. It almost looks like water.
It's Miller
so
Lite.
see through.
No, I just fucking I had to take a urine
Was
sample
this
for
at
a
Landmark?
job. No, this is at Ruby Tuesdays. No, not Ruby Tuesdays. Red Robin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm a
I
full.
wouldn't be caught dead at Ruby Tues.
I'm a full burger and a beer deep. I'm not myself in this picture. You could tell by
And
my neck.
you're in a watch that I'm going to guarantee you couldn't tell time on that watch.
Also I broke off the cap thing to it, and it didn't work.
Okay, so just for show.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true, because in that watch it says it's what? Oh, it's upside down now, so that says
Well, I'll tell you what it says. It says fucking game time.
7:35. So you're either at the bar at 7:35 in the morning, or the sun was still up.
No, this was like a 5 p.m.
Okay.
trip, I think, with my dad. I think
Oh,
my dad
did your
might
dad
have.
take the picture?
He very well might have, which is like
You've heard of Instagram husbands, man. Try
Oh,
Instagram
no.
dads.
just your dad, just like, oh my fucking
He's so
God.
supportive. He's like, son, Old Navy's gonna love this.
No, if I don't think it was my dad. I think it was it might have been one of my buddies because I asked my dad that. I think in real time he'd force himself to have a heart attack and die.
Okay, so it's a wooden watch, which don't ever wear a wooden watch.
Certainly wear a wooden watch,
Don't.
and it's got a fake leather strap, dude.
And as if you were like, listen, I want people to know my commitment to wood.
Yeah.
I'm going double beaded wooded bracelets.
A lot of people, and this is before the movie came out, a lot of people were calling that the Thanos glove,
Yep.
the wood watch, double wood bracelet. I was starting fires. Who started?
Who were those people?
Just a couple
Matt,
special needs kids
his
I would
dad,
pick up. Yeah.
Devon.
Yeah, these kids with Down syndrome.
Oh,
that
boy,
wear
Shane
nothing.
Sharp.
I'd love for you to read this caption as well, if you don't mind.
What do we got here? God, I was so fucking annoying. I still am.
You're right.
I would get lazy with it and just caption it beers and bracelets, but these are just too masculine to be called a bracelet. Instead, they're wrist protectors, warding off any imminent damage wrists are exposed to. Wrist, treehead crow. I mean, god damn, dude.
Again, sunglasses on the collar while you have a pocket shirt, which a pocket shirt would be a perfect place to keep sunglasses.
Bro, I had just started getting chest hair. I was fired up about it. I wanted to show.
But you didn't have the commitment to a deep V. You wanted to
No.
make it look like the glasses were forcing you into a deep V.
Okay, dude. Sorry, it's not 2004 when you were in your 40s. I wasn't wearing
True,
deep V's
true.
back then, dude. I was wearing
It's kind of a
shirts that pull
manual
down.
deep V when you think about
It's
it.
exactly
You know,
right.
It sure
I-
can be a deep V if you try hard enough.
I earned my V.
Now, do you ever use the pocket in a pocket shirt?
Just for fucking putting loose pussy in there, dude. I'm getting so much ass doing this. No, I'm not. I was just getting bunched.
All right. So Shane Shark liked the wrist protectors.
Sure, right
Jack
from
D
college.
Fitness
buddy from high school.
If I saw your wrists in an alley, I'd run the other way.
People loved it, dude. It was
This
a
guy is
smash
very
hit.
tanned up. Shout out to his spray tan guy.
It was a smash hit, dude.
And what's the beers brand? That's a pretty good one. Oh, wait, that's recent. Who's Drudius Maximus?
That's recent, bro. It's 289 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, time's relevant. Irrelevant.
That's 6 years ago.
No, I thought it was Cool Andrew for a second.
Oh, true. Okay.
I was like, well, wow, he went way back. Okay, well, I mean, that's a bad one. You can't tell time.
Yours.
What is it? Dude, I hit people with the quickness. They try to come at your boy. I'm not even a comic at this
Call
point.
it the light Miller.
I'm just a run of the mill guy. John,
You wrote
thought
better
were
jokes before you did comedy than
It's
now.
honestly sadly true, dude.
You should just go up and start tonight at the open mic. Just go up and read the captions from this.
Hey guys, dude, I was
I'm
the
gonna read
guy.
out
I think
context.
we got to get the password
Yeah.
back to this because I think this is a great branch in the That Rules universe.
If I could promise you one thing,
we're not getting that
I'm not
password
getting that
back.
password back.
We could hack the system.
Well, I mean, you aren't, but that's why I think if we get together, we set up a Zoom and we all ask politely.
I'm telling you right now.
yeah, let's not rekindle old flames for the sake of comedy.
Certainly, let's just hang. Why don't we all wear
Now-
my clothes?
We should do a fashion show of Matt. Speaking of which, did you see all the comics from New York that did Fashion Week in Paris? You could be Fashion Week in Paris,
should have
Texas.
been me, dude.
That'd be great. You would kill it in Paris, Texas. All right, now the Just Shoes pictures looks like a police photo of a crime scene of a body.
This one's one of my favorite ones because you can very clearly see how disgusting my college carpet was.
You
couch.
look like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Nah, I look like I'm
I
fucking.
could get it out.
No, you guys
You
got
look
it
like
all
the
wrong.
legs of the Wicked Witch of the West when she gets crushed
Guys,
and they're just out there.
it's baloney,
It's the
dude.
same kind of socks.
Also, terrible tie job on the right shoe. That loop, you got
That's
one
a great
tiny
tie.
loop, and then a loop that you could almost trip over with the other shoe.
You're snagging that on any gateway that's within kicking distance,
Guys,
man.
you have no. This is actually the truth behind this picture. At all times, I was running so fucking fast that somebody came over and they saw my feet at rest once, snapped a picture. I was gone. I was out after that. There was no retakes. There's no let's fix the loop, John, whatever. There's none of that crap, dude.
No, well, here's what's ironic. You said, honestly, if you could rock one article of clothing, it would have to be socks, which you're not wearing 3 pictures later.
True. Yeah, true. Very fair point.
You're like, disregard everything I said. That was the old me.
My opinions ran as fast as my feet did. They changed like the
Boots, Alfani. Okay.
Alfani is not even a good brand.
No,
You
but
just
back
throw
then it
some
was.
fucking WAP name on something and it just sounds like it's a fancy
Or no, I'm thinking
thing.
of Aldo. Also not a
What
good
are-
brand,
what are
right?
chinos?
Huh?
What are chinos?
See,
It's a
this
type
is
of
why
pant.
you guys have no.
I do know what chinos
This is why
are.
you guys have no leg to stand on giving me guff. Me and you, we're looking at this one wearing fucking some of the worst shoes of all time that I love.
That's why we got to rekindle this.
Not a lot of things are different for
Yeah.
you, Cheboy.
You're just more cash. Even more cash P-ops. The most casual P-ops.
right, let's
I
get-
liked that one. If you'll notice in the likes, there's 10 and I am one of them.
I don't appreciate
Oh,
that.
you gained another follower today, for the record. I just
Did
want
I
to make
really?
that clear. Yes.
I'm glad this is going to be.
Well, now we got
active.
to keep an eye on this. So this will tell us, listener, if you're a true fan of That Rules, the new
I'm
smash
officially
sensation.
following.
Yeah.
They are at Casual P-Ops is now at 28 followers, right? If it's not at 40 a week after this episode drops,
Yeah.
I have no faith in the That Rules audience.
I agree. If you care about,
If you care about anything-
my ex-girlfriend from college, you'll
I hope she's getting
follow this.
notifications every time there's a follower. We're getting this back. This is my new goal. We won't even ask her.
This
We're
is
just
the method.
we
just
gotta
gonna
have.
keep
I mean,
getting
we have
people to
enough
follow it.
listeners.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone that can hack the system and get us this back.
Nah, maybe I'll just make a new one and it'll just be me wearing like the most regular shit.
No, I think we need to make sure this gets a following. At
Ooh,
least
here's
a
the
slight
real call to action for the listener. Hey, listener, create your favorite fake Casual P-Ops account on
Sure.
Instagram. I want to see the listeners' Casual P-Ops accounts.
I agree.
Let's make this a thing.
because most people would run from something like this, something that's just so blatantly gay and corny.
Lean in.
To me, I'm just him, dude. I'm just that guy.
You haven't changed. You're that guy.
I'm still this little bitch. This
Oh,
little
I just
red
realized
rabbit
that
ass.
the default picture is the sunglasses hanging on the collar.
I don't know why I
So
thought
this
it was
was a
so
planned
sick,
running
dude.
theme.
I
Wait,
thought it was
do the
so
other two
sick.
pictures also have the sunglasses? If you can scroll down just a slight bit.
No, it's my shoes and
Yes,
shoes.
yes, they do. I mean, these two do at the very least.
You did the thing where you lay all of your clothes out really terribly.
That's what I thought. That's not. What are you, a fucking fool of all?
Well, that's not how you fold clothes. First off, but
Also,
You only
actively
went to the
wrinkling-
clothing stores. I
you
don't
even
think you
put
worked
the
in it.
bag.
Huh?
You put the J. Crew. Is this just all the things you were wearing at the Deptford Mall that day?
I think I went to
You
it.
put a half-eaten Cinnabon next to it.
I actually this day was my buddy's. I guess I was a junior. He's a year ahead of me, so it was his graduating from like college party. And I remember he like sat me down. He's like, "Yo, you got to chill with the Instagram. That's fucking brutal." And I was like, "Nah, it's actually sick, and you're stupid and fat." And he was like, "Okay." And then here we are, 7 years later.
Shout out
now,
Life Water.
Now who's stupid and fat? Really?
Shout out iPhone 8.
Dude, that's a 6. Don't be an idiot.
Definitely your dad's boat shoes you borrowed for the afternoon.
No, those are mine. As a kid, with this haircut in college, I for sure.
That's been my number one thing in life is knowing what my face looks like and what I am perceived as, I could never own a pair of boat shoes.
That's because you went to public school.
Because it's too much like I'm just too on brand. I've had my father-in-law offer me, like he bought, he lives down the shore and lives on a dock. So like you have to have boat shoes down there or else they kill you. I think.
Yeah.
He's been like, "Oh, I bought like 2 pair. Do you want these?" And I'm like, "I would love those. They look so comfy."
Yeah.
But I feel like I put them on and I immediately just start talking about a 401k and I'm going to hate myself. So
You put them on and you a pill pops up in your hand and it's gliding over a girl's drink as soon as you put
Yeah,
them on.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And involuntarily so.
So yeah, I can't reach my true form.
Look, dude, they
Also
were
cuffed
great.
the shorts too.
The shorts were short as
That
fuck,
was also
dude.
before they really made good shorts. Short lengths were either like below the knee or way too short.
Well, I think
back
I
then.
mentioned the inseam length in this picture. Actually, now that if I think about it correctly, I'm almost certain I measured the inseam
No,
length.
no, you did here. It says Oxford short sleeve button down knit 9-inch inseam shorts with some beat up boat shoes. I love that you had to emphasize it was beat up. I'm also equally disappointed that you did not tag the wallet company. That has to be Kohl's or something. And
yeah, you got
tagged
that for Christmas.
You should have tagged the water as 7-Eleven.
I believe that was Thomas Hilfiger, and that's a Life Water,
That is a Life Water, true.
which offers no hydration value actually because it's so overly purified.
Is that the same wooden watch or a different one?
Same wooden watch,
Okay.
dude. I only had one watch. You again, remember this is a 20-year-old guy, dude.
No, I'm trust me, I'm glad I didn't have I'm pretty sure if anyone gave me the like you should do that, I would have attempted rap battling.
I think I genuinely ran it by like almost everybody like meaningful in my life, and they were like, "Oh, dude, no." And I was like, "You guys are such
I'm gonna
idiots,
prove
dude."
you all wrong.
When I'm a multimillionaire,
Off of me wearing clothes.
that's why I always say stand-up's only the second gayest thing I've ever done.
True. Did you think this was going to be like did you think this was going to start a modeling career? Be honest.
No, it's not, bro. You're getting it, John. You're asking leading questions.
Then you wouldn't have put your body in the clothes.
Who else am I gonna put in there?
You would have laid
Zach?
everything out like this.
You want to put Zach Comer in that?
Yes.
Zach, gorgeous little
Now
body,
with his
dude.
sneaky jacked arms?
With his sneaky pale body, and he
Damn.
looks like he's made of like Greek yogurt.
That is tough to be sneaky pale because like you are always pale, so everyone knows it.
Okay, sure.
I went to a.
Is that what this fucking podcast is going to be now? Is it going to
It
be
is.
the
It
Hurt
is
Matt's
now.
Feeling show?
It is. Let's just be mean to each other. No, because I don't present as that pale.
Okay, you're not pale.
I'm a
presenting.
pale guy, but like no one would describe me as the pale guy, John.
So you're tan, pale presenting.
But yes, true. I'm stealing valor of the tan.
Namaste.
I went to a aquatic center with my family to have fun on slides and what have you in hot tubs. And my wife took a video of me and my daughter playing and sent it to me, and I couldn't be any whiter in
Yeah,
a bathing
dude.
suit in January indoors. It also doesn't help that we were the only white people there, so I look even whiter.
That's what I'm saying. My whole life, dude. I am obviously pale, but most people are not as pale.
Yeah.
but still look like shit.
See, but that's the thing. If you take your shirt off, then it would be like, oh my God, he's so crazy pale. Like, no, we knew he was pale.
You just go, okay, yeah.
I present as like, I take my shirt off and they're like, Jesus. Like,
You know what? And also is people who are pale with dark body hair. Oh my God, what are you, my Uncle
yeah,
Brian?
that's tough. You're definitely, that's, you're
Yeah,
Mediterranean.
you're definitely your Uncle Brian.
Yeah. If I knew anything about your Uncle Brian, that's him.
That's why I can get away with it with my fucking orange creamsicle body hair as it trickles down from my clavicle towards my penis and balls.
I already don't like what this podcast has become.
This podcast rules, dude. It's casual peeps. It's my orange pubic hair. It's my penis and balls. It's everything you want. So what were you saying?
That's great. No, I wouldn't have brought this up if it wasn't a public
The
account.
creamsicle. As they say.
My orange creamsicle, dude. My sweet saturated orange vanilla tricks. My little
Sorry,
tricks.
John.
No, I love
Go a little
it. It's so
longer.
good.
You love
who
my
doesn't
little
love a good
tricks.
creamsicle. What's your favorite popsicle? Go.
Orange creamsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents used to always get the
Oh,
Weight
dude. What
Watchers
is your?
ones.
Oh, John. Please say some fucking dumb shit. What is your favorite popsicle? I guess just say it.
I do like the coconut real fruit ones. Those are
I couldn't
incredible.
even predicted that one, dude.
You get a riddle on the stick sometimes.
Is that what you
Actually,
said?
good podcast name, Riddle on the Stick.
No, dude.
I was
It's,
partial to firecrackers myself. Those were the classic.
Yeah, true.
firecrackers, okay. What is it? Coconut fucking.
It's the real fruit bars. I don't know the real name of them, but the fruit bar that you would get like. There's a strawberry one. There's a coconut one. I believe there's a banana one. Banana one's pretty good too. Fudgy Wudgy Man sells them down the shore.
So you like? Are you saying as an adult?
Yeah, as an adult. I'm more of an ice cream guy, not a popsicle.
We're just gonna gloss over that you said fudgy wudgy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no, you know what? I take it all back.
Fudgy Wudgy Riddle Stick.
I take it all back.
Is that what they called you in high school? Didn't they call you Fudgy Wuddy Riddle Stick? Yeah,
they
okay,
did.
sure.
It was a real problem. No, my favorite was from Mr. Softy or the Fudgy Wudgy Man down the shore. It was the ice cream sandwich on a stick, and the ice cream sandwich had wrestlers printed on it. Remember
Yeah.
those? So you could get like a Stone Cold pop.
Oh, that's
But
fun.
once you open it, that was always smudged, and Stone Cold had like 3 faces like smeared across the cookie.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Those ones
were
are
all
good.
cool.
They
The
had a couple
Spider-Man
different
ones.
wrestlers. Like
Yeah,
that,
there was
right?
always like a Macho Man one. in there, I
Spider-Man,
believe.
SpongeBob ones were big.
That was good. Yeah, so that's a little different. That was more of a fruit flavor. This was a vanilla cookie or vanilla ice cream with a cookie, and then the wrestlers were printed on it on
True.
the cookie.
Feels like
They
Blue
had, they had
Chew.
Sting on that.
A
Yes.
screwball. Screwball's good.
Screwballs were good.
It had that gumball at the bottom that would definitely stain everything you owned by the time you got to it.
Remember the SpongeBob one?
Yes, that was
SpongeBob
past my
wasn't
time.
bad. They had the grape gummies as the eyes.
Oh,
Gumballs,
okay.
I would bite into them. I couldn't bite into them now with my painfully
Yeah, you got a bad
stricken
jaw
jaw.
today.
But I will say, if you think about it, Mr. Softy and Blue Chew should trade names.
True.
you get her pills because you've been Mr. Softy. You're
And
rock
they
hard.
should also, like, Blue Chew gets the theme song now, too.
Yeah.
So every time you take one in the background, you hear,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
and your wife's like, are you taking another Mr. Softy?
You're like, do you want to fuck not her whore? This is for you. I don't know. I'm not attracted to you. I don't know why you become Alex Jones when you can't get hard for your wife anymore.
They always talk about on podcasts, the worst thing about Blue Chews is it dyes your tongue blue.
Is that true?
So, because it's a chewable, it's like candy.
Yeah.
So I guess like they're saying like if you're at a bar and you have a blue tongue, you're like I'm gonna get laid tonight.
Oh wow, that's but then if you eat out your wife, you're blue man grouping her.
Blue man group. There it
Wow.
is.
I wonder how women feel about being blue man grouped.
Do you think there's any women that have blown the entire blue man group?
For sure.
And she can
It
say I
has
blew
to
the
be.
blue man group.
Yeah.
There's somebody that wears that as like a badge of honor somewhere. Imagine
Yeah.
that's your world.
She still has
That's
blue
gotta
around
be-
her mouth. That's pretty. There it is. It's a bachelorette party, and they lose one of the members after they go to see Blue Man Group when they're in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they run back into her later on, and they're like, "Oh my God, Megan, where were you?" And she turns around and she just has blue paint just around her mouth.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, really? All three of them?
Did they
Aw."
talk at all?
Yeah. Were they playing pipes?
Did they pull?
Technically, you were playing the pipes.
Did they bring audience members up to help too? Yeah, they did. They did. And
Did they hit a trash can when they came?
Yeah, it was choreographed, wasn't it? It was. It was the best orgasm you ever had. 100%.
All
Talk
three of them
about
came simultaneously,
Simultaneously.
orchestrated, choreographed.
They threw in one joke. They were like, "None of us are gonna have blue balls." It killed. It was amazing. It was a great joke.
What do you think that was like when 3 failing musicians were sitting around? They were like, "There's got to be something." And the guy's like, "Hear me out.
Yeah, I mean,
What if we covered ourselves in a color? Green?
Yeah, at what
Nah,
point-
that won't work."
yeah. At what point did they like? They were like, "Well, obviously we have to cover our entire bodies in blue."
It started. They were like, "Maybe we just do a little bit under the eyes." And the guy's like, "Oh, we can go more."
There's got one. It had to have been one guy the entire time suggesting it, and they're like, "Bro, shut up, no." And then like he shows up one day, just like guys, and they're like, "Fuck, that looks like a lot of fun."
Damn it, it worked.
I feel like it went gradually, and they're like, now we shave our heads.
Yeah.
And we go
Yeah,
that far.
true.
And it's like, well, we went this far. It's kind of like a cold. Well, we went this far.
And the
Is
back
there,
of-
Keep going.
is there a lot of look this up? Is there pictures of Blue Man, the members without their makeup on?
yeah, I think it's Jack De Niro.
Because they have to be. Their skin has to have a tint to it at least now of blue, right?
Yeah, I
Like
would
you put
imagine
enough
so.
blue face paint on for 20 years.
They're actually. This is actually what.
Really? That's what they look like? Just 3 dudes?
Yeah, of course, bro.
What else are they supposed to look like, John?
I don't know. I'm also disappointed that they're not all bald.
You're gonna like. This is actually what.
One of them is just John Hamm.
This is actually what Avatar 2 is about.
Yeah,
It's
this is
just
Avatar
them.
3.
Yeah, they're just going through with other blue people. This is. I saw them when I was in high school, and
Just out and about.
I'll tell you what. You want to pick a group of people who are not going to appreciate a blue man group? It's a bunch of horny 17-year-olds in Florida. Everybody's sitting there like, when can I finger? And they're like, no, you're going to want to watch these fucking 3 grown men dance.
So Blue Ball Group was watching
it's
Blue
the
Man
true
Group.
blue ball group. Yeah. You're like, okay, this is kind of.
It does have to get to a point where they're putting on the face paint and they're just like, I mean, when does it end?
This is gonna be-
when can I escape this fucking hell?
This is-
yeah, I'm a billionaire, but like,
I mean, I don't know about a billionaire.
I bet
they're probably they probably don't have to work if they don't want to.
Right.
which
This is going to
probably
be like
great.
those fucking because there's like lead in the paint. Like in like
Yup.
30
Class
years,
action
one of those
lawsuit.
like small claims is you or someone you loved in the fucking Blue Man Group.
they have people that like rotate out.
they have to have understudies,
can't-
right?
Yeah, because if you think about it, to make more money, they probably dull out like lesser blue men. Maybe
Well,
they're
this
putting
is
out,
also
like,
something you could have 4 Blue Man shows going on
That's
in
what I'm
one
saying,
night,
yeah.
and no one's gonna know.
but the main blues are fucking doing like Madison Square Garden, but then they have the ceruleans down at like a concert hall or something.
Imagine auditioning for Blue Man Group, and they're like, "All right, go. Let's." See. They just slide a bucket in front of you, like,
Yeah.
"See what you can do with this, kid."
I mean, that's the easiest sexual assault in like show business of all time. Or like, get naked, paint yourself blue.
Yeah.
in front of us, or you can't be in the group. You want to be in the group? You want to be performing in Epcot in
So
2013?
I actually have a story about these guys. I wanted to bring. It made me think about. I have a buddy who worked for a theme park up in New Hampshire, and they had Mini Kiss, which is basically, I guess, little people kiss.
Yeah, I've
They-
seen these guys live.
Yeah, and so what he told me was that there's a big alcoholism problem amongst the community, like performer, and they just literally if someone falls off, they just fly in another performer.
Oh, yeah.
just right up.
Well-
they just have like a whole all around the U.S. It's the most insane thing.
So I think there's multiple Mini Kiss cover bands. Not that it's like, oh, it's under the same name. I saw one I didn't know I was going to see it. It was at something surf club on the Jersey Shore, like where,
in Seaside.
Seaside
Yeah,
Surf
yeah.
Club or something like that.
Yeah.
We were out like with a bunch of friends and they're like, we're going to go to a concert. And I was like, all right, I'm in for the night or whatever. And you should be prepared that you're going to see a bunch of little people on stage. And I use the PC term because, I respect it because that rules. They should warn you, one, you're about to go see 4 little people on stage.
yeah.
Also, those little people are going to have a lot of face paint on.
Sure.
And then 3, they should tell you that they're not even going to play their instruments because
Yeah.
they don't.
They
they were
cannot.
air guitaring
Yeah.
and air drumming.
Yeah.
The guy was just fake drumming the whole time, and the other guy lip sync while they just played Kiss on the PA system there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to rip with fucking like your guitar and little T-Rex arms.
Dude, how
They
do you
make
think he's
guitars
gonna-
for kids.
Dude, drum
They,
set though.
Sure, they do make kids drum
Yeah.
sets, but they're terrible quality. So
They,
look how little the real little one is in there. I should
They
point.
have
That's
like
rude.
they have like a brother band called Mini Nirvana, and the lead singer kills himself with a water gun. And it's
a super soaker throughout this show. Just pumping it up.
Yeah.
Randomly throughout songs.
Yeah, like
As the chorus comes around, that's just his only job.
the one
And then
picture
they,
is them.
Well, that
in
Mini
an-
Nirvana band. Sorry to cut you off, but I want to keep this bit going. That Mini Nirvana band, the drummer of that band, ends up making his own hit band called the Food Ticklers.
Well, yeah, it's the third act.
Yeah,
Obviously.
of
that
course.
big setup, and you didn't even have a pun. On
I had a
Foo
bit of
Fighters.
one. I had one that I think I was counting on more.
You're
I
more
really,
of a setup guy. You let the rest of it just come to you.
I'm a bit of a setup guy, dude. I set you up with the midgets, and I say you could dress them up whatever little band you want, guys.
Also, a Mini Kiss band. They shouldn't be called Mini Kiss. They should be called Smooch.
Yeah, it's called Peck.
I think just Smooch.
That is a
Smooch
missed
is a great.
opportunity. Yeah.
Actually, that's the name of our podcast now.
Yeah.
Smooch.
And then if it's like you could do it really any group of people. You get big black women and call it. Come on, guys, that rules. Oh, we now doesn't rule. Okay.
Now I'm just picturing 4 heavyset black women in Kiss face paint.
Yeah, they have one.
Just-
They have a one with all Asian guys
I
called
think
Bow.
we found an open market here, guys.
Gotta stop sipping on your setup.
And then of course the Italian mothers one just called "Come here." You eating? And
Let's come on. Hey, ma.
yeah, they
No, the Italian one's called Kiss. Your mother.
yeah. And then
Kiss your mother before
kiss your
you
mother.
go
What are you not gonna
out.
fucking give your mother a
Whoa.
kiss?
Before you go to the Giants game and watch them lose again to the Eagles. Go
You're not gonna
Birds.
kiss your mother because Minnie kisses here. You can't kiss your mother in front of tiny small midget guys. You changed ever since you moved to the big city, and they're like, I moved fucking to the suburbs. You don't get me, Dad.
It's Montclair, guys. Everybody
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah. I don't know. Mini kiss. That rules.
That simply rules, dude.
That
I wish they
rules.
would make Minnie of everything. Minnie Al Qaeda.
Al Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, Al Qaeda is the sect of terrorists that are just like not really sure about it. Because extremism, you got to be pretty convinced about your point. These are the guys who are like, I don't know, my dad did it, so now I'm doing it.
They're
Yeah.
1 foot in, kind of.
Oh man, did you guys did you hear about John? What was the one story we were talking about today?
I don't remember. I'm
get
still also
over
just giggling about Al Qaeda. Are you guys ready to attack?
Okay.
Allahu Akbar. That's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb.
9/11, 9/12. We'll get to it. I don't know.
I don't know. Wow, that's very fun.
Yeah, what was the one news story we were discussing? You put the Japan Prime Minister one?
Yeah, what was it? His mom said he was.
Dude, no, that's why I wanted to. So apparently, the one of the Japanese prime minister aides, his mother, publicly chastised him.
Isn't that what
over-
Japanese mothers are supposed to do, though? Like
Yeah.
the tiger moms, they're just supposed to say, like, not going to do the voice.
Because he had his hands
But
in his
I'll
pockets.
do it for you. Ah.
It's
It does
apparently a
look
big-
like he is very bored of whatever's happening right there.
Yeah.
That's the look that I did when my parents made me go like grocery shopping and
Yeah.
made you go to the fucking mall for your mom to shop and stuff.
Yeah, he was being most dishonorable with the hands in the
He's
pockets.
being very dishonorable.
He's being most dishonorable for sure.
It's not Asian if you don't do. It's not racism if you don't do the voice.
Dude, and by the way, a Japanese mother yelling is her going, take your hands out of your pockets. Listen. This is
Also, he could just be in the beginning of a very intense bow.
Yeah, they bow the hell out of this dude. He could. I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. I'll kick this guy's mom's ass. I think
That
what he's
is-
doing is okay.
I think he's trying to not piss himself too, because
Yeah,
I think I've talked about this before on here. Every time like I come home from recording the podcast or like doing a show, I always have to piss as soon as I get to my back door.
Yeah.
And the way I don't is I look up and go, no, God, no, 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 as I'm unlocking it and almost pissing my pants.
that sucks.
How long have you been cultivating this technique, John? When did it
For
start?
a while. I'll undo my belt as I get out of the car. I'll have to piss. I have to pee now. And because I didn't pee before we started. I went in there and just was talking and forgot to piss. I almost pee myself 4 times a week.
Four.
Yeah, well,
Is
I
that
think
on average or like can you count?
it's whenever I leave the house. If I leave the house and I'm out doing things, I forget because I get so excited to run errands.
That's
And-
girl stuff.
Yeah, it's totally
Girls
girl
are the
stuff.
ones who have to piss every time you do anything ever.
I blame working from home because I've had I used to work on the road, so I always had to like force myself to hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the last 3.5 years, until my company decided I shouldn't work anymore, I've had the convenience of being 7 steps from a toilet at all times at my
Yeah.
house. So I would just be like, I'd get up and be like, I don't have to pee, but I'll go squeeze something out. And now my bladder, I think, because of that, has lost its strength.
You got to get it back in the gym. You got to rocky your bladder. You got to start training it.
I
You
used
gotta
to
start
do
making
bladder workouts.
It's just when somebody puts their finger in your
What
prostate.
no,
machine,
I
what
was
machine
a-
do you use for bladder workouts?
Yeah, true.
This guy Craig.
There's something there, the peg press.
I think it would be a water fountain.
True. No, were you a bedwetter?
Huh?
Were you a bedwetter?
Just from sweat. I dreamed hard.
No, I was a big bed peer. I used to pee the bed a whole bunch.
That thing, I got to be honest, I have like a running theory that you people who did that were just being self-centered. I think you guys just totally did not feel like moving and you just tinked.
I think I'm a very deep sleeper, and I think my body enjoys the sleep realm too much.
You think so?
Yeah, but so I was a bedwetter pretty late in life. This is the fun stuff
Are we
too.
talking like last week or like 10 years ago?
I'm still.
I'm pissing right now.
Whenever I die is when I'm gonna be. That's when I can say I stopped wetting the bed. No, like my mom took me to see a doctor, and his like, basically his answer. I don't even. I gotta ask her because I want to know the age. I don't even want to like. Sorry, I'm getting choked up even thinking about it.
Yeah. His answer was just ew. John's been pissing himself. He's like, stop.
He was like, "You drove here? What?"
Ugh. Yeah.
I run in. I gotta go.
Please, God. He's like, I'm
So
the
his
doctor.
answer was, he's like, you need to. It's like a muscle. You got to strengthen your bladder. It's like you got to strengthen your mind. It's a muscle.
That's
You
a
gotta
guy who
strengthen
wants to
your
just give you a
muscles.
head. For sure, that's not a
True.
muscle you strengthen.
So his answer was, and now that I think about it, this was terrible. He was telling me, I was probably like 10.
yeah.
It was when you're peeing, to pee, stop, hold it in,
Yeah.
pee, stop, and intermittently while you're peeing, like keep like edging yourself essentially.
Yeah, my dad
with
does
your
that
piss.
involuntarily.
Well, now you get once you get older, you just have to.
Yeah.
But that was his answer. So I'd be like, then I'd be in public. I'd be like at school, stop peeing, and like the person next to me is like, "Do you just stop and you're still standing there?" Like,
Yeah.
Oh, he's going again. Okay. Oh, he stopped.
You
Now we're
couldn't
talking
always
about
do
it.
that
I have
though.
to piss
I used to
now.
do that like recreationally, or like if I had to stop peeing, I would.
Well, see, you were doing it for the love of
feel
the
like
game.
that-
yeah.
I then had to do it to try to
Yeah, I was a raw
prep.
talent.
I feel like
Game
that's
time.
a good inner monologue bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
People
Stop.
at the urinal.
Go ahead.
Well, now I'm always worried when I talk about it that it's going to jog something in my brain. I'm going to start pissing the bed again.
Yeah.
Because I wake up now in the middle of the night. Now it's just because I'm the most hydrated person you know. Constantly sipping. And now I get up in the middle of the night to pee just because of the amount of liquid in my body. And I'm always worried too because I've been taking a lot of melatonin sleeps. I'll take like a half of a melatonin.
Sure.
Deep sleep. Best dreams that I never remember.
Wild dreams.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna piss myself, it'll be during those dreams because you're gone, right? Do you ever
Yeah.
get the one where you start peeing in your dream and then you start peeing in real life?
No, dude, this is a wild circumstance
You've never
been
had
afforded.
that? I was just talking with my good friends. I think that listens to this. He just had one recently. But on the same side, I never had a wet dream.
Me neither.
Well, in the sense of the nocturnal emission dream.
Dude, my dick is like an old black dude at the end of his shift every time I go to bed. He's like, I'm sitting this one out. Don't worry about me.
You have beat us up enough today.
He's like, that's enough for me. You guys do what you got to do.
You
And
shut
then-
us in a door at one point. What was that all about?
That's it. No, I lactate when I sleep. My
Oh, okay.
nipples are like, it's our time to shine. But
All right.
I've never pissed. I never pissed. I
You
never
like I poop
jazzed.
to bed nightly, but
I poop my bed. I mean, I've peed when I've been hammered, like in college.
well, yeah, those don't count.
Those were always fun. I remember one time I was blacked out at some party, didn't remember getting home, and woke up to my roommate because I used to. This is how sick I was in college. Not only was it casual peeps, I used to sleep in a mattress in my living room because I didn't want to share a bed with my roommate at the time. Not share a bed, share a bedroom.
I was gonna say you're not supposed to.
Yeah, yeah, that was never in there.
Roommate,
Like,
not
you
bedmate.
don't. There's two beds, or you don't have to do that. And I'm like, you don't get it.
You're the worst person to end up being like assigned to as a roommate. You show up, you're like, so we share everything, right? Toothbrush, bed, women.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you bringing? And he's like, I'm gonna bring like some food, some snacks, and this. I'm like, I'm gonna bring piss, shit, lactating nips. I'm Dr. Seuss too. And my roommate walked in at like 4 a.m. after I had fallen asleep on the couch, didn't remember getting home, and I woke up and I was like, he was like, what happened tonight? And I was like, I don't know what happened. I was like, I'm so sweaty, dude. I'm so fucking sweaty. I don't know what happened. Meanwhile, I just pissed all over myself. I just ended up pissing all over
I'm
myself.
so sweaty just in my dick region.
I will say I would like to watch the footage back and see how I pissed. Like, did I piss just down my leg, or is it one of the ones where maybe it like flipped up and I kind of was like up here and like maybe the same way that my orange creamsicle body hair grows? Did it just fall down my body?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just I reposted it last week. It's a clip of a guy getting arrested, no shirt on, and he's an African American gentleman. So therefore, I'm assuming very well endowed. And he must have had his dick tucked up.
Yeah.
Which that's a weird thing. I don't know. Actually, I had one roommate in college. He used to. He came to us and he was like, "Hey guys, how do you wear your cup for baseball?" And we're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "How does your junk go in it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, nobody ever really tells you." I was like, "Oh no, I just put it over my junk." And he was like, "I've been pulling my dick up." We're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I make it point north in the cup." And we were like, "Why?"
That's
And he's
insane,
like, "I
dude.
just don't know." And we were like, "Well, try it the other way." And mid game, we look over in the dugout and he's adjusting. He's like, "I can't do it. I'm a dick up kind of guy." So this gentleman in this clip is getting arrested. He's clearly like, he must be on like acid or something. He's out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he's pissing while he's getting arrested. But it's because of the uptuck. His dick must be in the waist of his
The
pants.
old uptuck.
So the pee is coming straight up.
Yeah.
But he's not even addressing it. And he's just saying, "I'm going to be out of jail within 8 months. Oh, you motherfuckers are dead once I get out." And everyone's like, "Okay." And he's still just pissing straight up. And all I can think the whole time is I was like, man, that's terrible. But like, good for him.
Dude, that's crazy to have the dick pointing up.
The dick tucked up. I don't know if this guy was just like, "Oh shit, I'm about to get arrested. I should probably point north."
That would throw my equilibrium off. I would like be
But that
all
is a good
dazed.
point. Once you start getting arrested, start pissing your pants.
Might as well. They got to
Right?
clean it up. It's not your problem.
Yeah.
Shout out to our most recent guest, Kyle Pagan. He just posted a clip of he was interviewing people at the Eagles Giants game tailgate. And at one point, it just got up today. I don't know if you've seen it. These guys went up to the camera and they're like, yo, get him on. He pissed his pants. And it's a Giants fan, and his pants are just soaked.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes, yo, you won't piss your pants again. And then the guy actively starts pissing his pants. And shout out to Kyle. He holds the mic up
Good
to
man,
the guy's
dude.
crotch while he's pissing his pants.
He knows what the kids
Just in
want.
case you might get some good audio out of it.
He
Who
knows what the kids want. I wish I could give that kid grief, but I was at that tailgate
Pissing your pants.
pissing my pants for views. You guys are welcome. I'm doing it because that rules.
True.
And you get pretty fucking tanked there, dude, because it is just a barren wasteland. It's my first one I ever gone to
That's your first Eagles tailgate ever?
of all time.
Oh, we just opened up a great chapter.
I had
of that
no
rules.
idea that it was just this like free for all of just like human debauchery.
Yes.
Like I by the way, dude, look, chill about my haircut, everybody else. Anytime I've been interrogated like by another dude, like it's always right to the haircut. So like we were like talking to these kids. These kids came up to me, and I was with my girlfriend and all her friends. And they came up to me. It's me and 3 other girls, and they're like, "Do you guys want to buy tickets to get into the game?" Because we were leaving to go home to watch the game.
Right.
And they're like, "Nah, we're good. Whatever." He's like, I have 2 tickets, $120 a person. That's crazy. Whatever. So I was like, "Damn, that's crazy. You got those tickets like for that price. I mean, you must be making like no money." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." And then he like,
And
I was
you were honestly just trying to have
I
a
literally was
conversation.
just like, "Oh shit, that's wild."
Right.
And I think he took it as me being like, "Nah, you're full of
so,
shit."
because I was going to say, even in the tone you just said it right there, I can kind of see why the guy came at
Of course, and I was hammered too. So
True.
he walked away and he goes, "Yeah, good for you, buddy. Nice fucking haircut." So again, I'm tuned up and I go, "Yo, what did you just say?" And I was like, "Don't walk away and say it. Say it." Your boy gets a little fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Another kid comes over and he goes, I guess it's his buddy, and he's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And then first thing I said, I was like, "You're fat." I was like, "Look at you." I was like, "You're fat. You know you're fat, right?" And then my girlfriend from a distance goes, "Matt, are you out of your fucking mind?" And I was like, "Yeah, right. We gotta go." And then as we drove by,
That's her way of saying, I don't have your back.
No, it's me and 3
Yeah.
girls, and they're all looking at like girls can't relate
So
to when you're getting insulted by other dudes. They're
this
just
is a
to
big
you.
thing. This is how I can tell you've never been to a tailgate, because you can't run your mouth at a tailgate if you don't have any backup.
Yeah, I know.
Because that guy is always going to have 11 dudes nearby.
Yeah.
So that's a tough thing. Tailgating with a girl that you are in a relationship with, a girl in general, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But tailgating with a girl you're in a relationship is very tough at an Eagles game.
Yeah.
Because they are a target for so many dudes there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to be the barrier between them and the. I witnessed at the Wing Bowl. Have you ever been? You know what the
No,
Wing
but
Bowl
I've heard,
was, right?
yeah.
So for our listeners that aren't from the Philadelphia area, the Wing Bowl is the weekend of the Super Bowl every year. They had a wing eating contest in Philadelphia. It started in a small, like I think South Philly bar, and the local sports radio talk station put it on. But it grew big enough where they used to fill the Wells Fargo Center where the Flyers and Sixers play.
Yeah.
And this was at 7 a.m. It would start. The wing eating contest would start at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So people would show up there at 3 a.m. to start tailgating because Jet Row lot would be open or like random ones would be open. So you would go there and you'd be getting blackout drunk at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You're going into a thing that is literally just fat dudes eating wings and girls showing their boobs on the Jumbotron. That's
Yeah.
the 2 things that happen at Wing Bowl.
Yeah.
Because of that, in the tailgate, every dude that there would be crowds of dudes that would just see a girl and would almost flock to them.
Yeah,
it was
true.
like I saw a couple times where like a couple was making out. 2 seconds later, there was a circle of 30 dudes around them chanting like "Show your test, take your shirt" or something like
Yeah.
that. And that guy would have to stand up and defend his girl's honor
Oh.
and inevitably get knocked out or cracked in the head with an unopened beer.
Yeah.
Every single time. Or that guy would be a total piece of shit and be like, "She's all yours, fella."
Yeah.
And it's almost it's a very good thing this doesn't exist anymore, the Wing Bowl. It was a fun event, very terrible. I went twice, and the second time went with a group of people, and there were 2 girls in that group.
Yeah.
And we just actively had to be bodyguards for the entire
Yeah, it sounds like a
morning.
nightmare.
It was terrible.
When you think about it, why do girls have to ruin just about everything?
Just
huh?
stay at home,
Can't you
ladies.
just let us leave your big boobies at home so we can eat
we
wings
don't
with
come
our
where
friends?
you guys are shopping and go like,
Yeah,
"Wow,
we don't go when you guys are out there emptying your purse for
It
the
is-
newest perfume.
It is tough. The tailgate is a tough place to be at.
It was fun, dude.
It is a
Everybody was
great.
in
I
pretty
will
good
say
spirits.
it's a fun time. And it's a place too where like, are you a Giants fan?
I
Being
am.
from North Jersey?
I am indeed.
Have you ever been to an Eagles tailgate
Yeah, absolutely.
in Giants gear?
No,
So you're
True.
smart.
I'm not dumb.
Right. Now, you can go in an opposing fan's gear as long as you're like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
if you get it and you go along
Yeah.
with the jokes, or if someone's like, fuck you, you're like, I know, right? I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, okay. The second you yell back is when those 11 dudes that wanted to fight you are going to flock over. Because people will just see a bunch of people in green hitting someone in blue and be like, I should probably go join this.
I know.
Which that boggles my mind too. The dudes that get into fights that they're not involved in just to get in the fight is a breed of guy that just doesn't need to exist on this planet anymore.
That's the gangbang. That's the guy outside of the gangbang who's touching his own body the whole time while he's watching. And then he's like, I'm
you got a lot
tapping
of
in.
gangbang experience.
Yeah, I mean, I almost got gangbanged by these guys scalping tickets. These guys looked. The guy came over and goes, "What are you gonna do about it?" And he was just like this pudgy, drunk, fat-faced kid, and it was just the first thing I could think of. And
It's tough though.
and it's so funny because there's
I
this
love
like
your first tailgate.
yeah, dude. There's like this machismo where you're like, I'll show my girl I'm the big diesel thing. And girls are just like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Why
Yeah.
would you ever even respond? And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, if you were 19, that response would have been good. A girl would have been impressed by that.
Yeah,
But now
26
that you're
doesn't
an
hit the
adult
same.
with like a career.
Yeah.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave.
If it's better to just go, what? You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay?
that's what I used to when I played hockey. I played ice hockey, and as I've started playing to an adult, I'm always one of the smaller guys on the ice. So
Yeah.
if a dude got chippy, I'd be like, "Is everything all right at home?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about it? Oh, they hated it.
It's so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, now you might get that answered with them just punching you in the face.
It's
but-
happened. I'm okay. I can take a punch, man.
Yeah.
I'm not above it.
My go-to, and this is very true. I played AAU basketball. Anybody who tried to talk shit to me, I'd go milk me. Totally throws them off their game. You ask another guy to milk you. First of all, he's not entirely sure what you mean because you can still produce milk from your nipples. We've discussed this, but also I might be thinking about
We
you.
didn't agree on this though. We discussed it.
Guys,
Are you
guys,
actually actively lactating? You're wearing
are
a
we
light gray
team?
shirt.
Dude, if I got milk shooting out of my supple little nipples, that is between me, you, and Jay.
And my
this
cup of
podcast.
coffee every morning.
And YouTube, so long as it brings views in. That's who it's between, dude.
Now you do run the risk of running into the other weirdo that will be like, all right, and he'll try to milk you.
Yeah, but if I have to get jerked off by an opponent to win a game, I'm willing to do that, dude. You guys have no idea. Like LeBron, scoring all these points. Are you willing to get jerked off to win
Yeah,
this
you
game?
coward.
You
LeBron.
absolute coward, bitch, dude.
Instead of throwing chalk in the air like he does and baby
Yeah,
powder, you just squirt
throwing-
milk. All right, let's get into it, boys.
For every game, dude.
So I'm glad. So that was your first Eagles. First, have you ever been to a Phillies tailgate? Wow.
No, I have, but I
Say,
couldn't
how are
really
you
drink at
26
that
years
point.
old, lived around here, and didn't go to that?
Yeah, I think I was just too busy with a fucking successful fashion account, John.
True.
Maybe we're not all just like running around drinking.
You were
doing
getting
this
11s
bullshit.
of likes on that, so that is true.
Getting likes 7 years later with my new shitty hobby.
It's gonna
that I
blow
have.
up. I can't wait.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Guys. It's
My
happening.
first tailgate. I can now share the story.
Uh-huh.
I was way younger. I was probably upwards of 15 years younger than you. I think I was like 11 or 12 or 10 when my dad took me to my first Eagles tailgate.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were walking up, he was just like, all right, listen, buddy, what happens here stays here. We don't tell mom anything we saw, anything that was said. This is a fun time. This is the dudes hanging out.
Yeah.
We walk into the lot, immediately look up on top of an RV, lady with her shirt off.
Pretty fun.
So I was just like, oh, so this is just the best place on earth? I'm sorry, Dad. You didn't prep me well enough for this. I come to find out later on, cousin of mine, who same side of the family, has almost the exact same story, except he walked in and his dad was like, remember, we don't say anything that happens here. Looked up and it was just a dude mooning the entire crowd.
Oh, wow.
He immediately, now I think he was way younger because that's my uncle who really was cool. And he would be like, 4-year-old at an Eagles tailgate, I could do this.
Yeah.
He immediately went home and his mom was like, how's the game? He was like, good. I saw him man's butt. And she was like, hey, what the hell? Like, and he's like, dude, I told you not to say it. But I remember saw a naked lady on top of essentially a topless naked lady. And it was like December cold. Like this
Yeah.
lady was just like, I've been waiting all week for this and
Yeah.
trying to show off the goods. I don't think I might have got to taste beer there. I forget. I think I was allowed to like take a sip off a beer.
Yeah.
Saw about 11 fights, watched 2 of my uncles get pulled out of fights because they were the guys that like there's a fight happening next to us. We should probably join in on
Yeah,
this. So it was you should have experienced it younger. It's fun if you're inundated in it young.
Yeah, I think I went to it, and I was
You
also,
wouldn't have come at that guy with that response, I bet you, if you went as a young pup.
No, I would just.
Because you would have also recognized I'm outnumbered.
Yeah, maybe so. I probably would have been worse, honestly. If I went there, it was like 19, 20. When I was 19 and 20, I was looking to be angry or fight anybody at all times.
We've talked about this. Neither of us are good fighters, and that rules. You shouldn't be a good fighter.
Shouldn't be a good
Guys,
fighter.
stop being good fighters.
Be a bad fighter.
The only way to get good at fights is to continually fight. So you're a bad person.
Really get a hobby.
Be a man and just lose every fight you've ever been in.
You're a bitch if you win fights.
True.
That's actually the most corny thing to do.
That doesn't rule. Winning a fight.
Imagine knocking another guy out. Then what? Then you go home. Holy shit.
You're winning fights? Good.
Speaking of, we probably actually should
No.
wrap. I didn't realize. I have to go.
Oh, you're at 1 hour. I thought you were raising your hand
No.
I've won a fight.
No. People do practice at fights, though. I don't think it makes people a bad person. If you
No,
do
it doesn't make you a bad
MMA.
person. But if you're the guy that actively is going out and getting into fights,
Street fights and shit. Yeah,
You're a bad person.
You're a corn dog.
Those are bad reps, basically.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you're fighting a fight with a bruise on your face from another fight, you're a very bad person. They're too close together.
So basically, Jason Statham.
no, he's winning those fights.
but those are real fights.
Yeah, those are to save a girl sometimes or to transport something. I never really got into
Transport a girl. You know.
If it's just transport a
or
woman,
transporter two.
traffic a woman.
True. Is that the one where his heart can't stop? Right. It's basically Speed, but for his heart. The movie Speed.
No,
There is that movie.
That's
It's-
Bradley Cooper. Limitless.
No. There's a movie with Jason
No,
Statham.
Jason. I know what you're talking about. It's like adrenaline. Yeah,
Is it called adrenaline?
I don't
hope
know.
it's
Hang
not.
on. We
Somebody injects his heart with a serum because you know how serums are.
Sure.
And if his heart rate drops below a certain point, he dies. So he has to actively stay like dodging cars around a city and like fighting people.
Yeah.
Or else and at one point he takes an adrenaline needle and like jabs it into his neck.
It's like something where if his heart
Crank. There it is, Crank.
If his heart goes below a certain beat per minute
Oh,
or
I have
something,
I
heard
will
of
say
that.
this. I think it's
dies.
I forget the woman that's in it. She's like a great Hollywood lady. At one point, to
Let's find
keep
out.
his heart rate up,
Yeah.
he just takes her and they just have passionate sex
Amy
on top of a
Smart.
mailbox. What's her
Amy
name?
Amy
Smart.
Smart.
Amy
was a
Smart.
throwback.
Amy
I actually
Smart.
I had a big crush on Amy Smart. This
As
is
you
like,
should.
like 14 to like,
Now?
probably still today.
Topanga
Being honest.
Canyon, California.
That's a
Topanga was
place.
somebody's name.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Topanga
I mean, I
Canyon
knew it
came
was
way before
from-
Topanga the girl.
I'd imagine
Probably where
so.
it came from.
So
Yeah,
at one point, like he's like, "Oh no, my heart rate's dropping," and he's just like, "We gotta have sex on this mailbox right in front of everybody." Perfect Statham, by the way.
That's actually not bad.
I'm very bad accents, but I nailed a Statham.
That's pretty good.
And she's just like, "What?" And then they're having sex. So technically, he rapes her on this mailbox, and then she's into it.
Yeah, but
in
that's
the
always going
middle.
to happen. You can't really.
So yeah, how do we get on Crank?
Crank was what I was willing to have happen to beat teams in basketball.
Getting cranked off. That rules.
Well, look, we got to go do the
We gotta
great
go karate chop some comedy.
because I gotta go be myself.
Dave, look at Statham. I'm gonna do the
Jason
I'm gonna
Statham.
give all my stuff for the rest of the episode in Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. I'm
You can catch me this weekend at Derailed Comedy. No, you can't. It's sold out. Sorry, listener.
I hate this already.
Friday night, you can come to Just a Comedy Show at Van Jam Comedy. I got that also. Montague Comedy.
I feel like he's straying closer to Russell Crowe.
Yeah, where
and
you're,
I might
you're
be.
exiting
Who
Staith.
knows?
fighting around the world.
You're
I think
exiting the Staith.
I'm gonna just stay in this for the rest of my
You're
life.
getting
I am.
interstaith.
And yeah, that rules.
You
That's
should
our
go
new
to a set
name.
like that.
That fucking rules. No, that was terrible. All right, I'm back in it. Yeah, but Montague Comedy, Hacks Comedy Golf, it might come back. We're gonna start a Patreon. That rules. Matt, where can we find you?
Tomorrow, come to the tap room for the High Note Humor open mic. It'll
You
be
don't
every
understand
Wednesday.
timelines.
Huh?
Oh, technically, yeah. In the timeline, there will be. Okay, you're right.
Oh, well,
This episode won't come out for another week, but by the time it comes out, the next High Note.
okay. Well, then in that case, this Thursday, so last Thursday, I will have done Helium, and it went great. And they asked me to host, and the booker is,
You're the owner of Helium now.
the same 8 people won't be there, and everybody who gets to work there is really funny. But and then what else? February 10th, we have Brandon Donegan's show at Re-Up. I think they're releasing more tickets.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, I think
Good.
so. I think
All
a
right.
couple more. and follow Casual Peeps on Instagram and blow it up and get it cooking. And hopefully nothing's too serious with my jaw. And the new podcast, it's called That Rules. We did it.
Here we are.
And we're here. And I will say one thing. Let a woman in the office for the love of AOC 2024. AOC 2024.
Handsome.
No fun, nobody, no proper kind of little bit of no fun, nobody, no proper kind of little bit of